Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng patnubay at gabay ng magulang para sa mga batang manonood.
Yeah? Hey, little mama. Turned out this guy last night was a mess.
Some mark-ass shit.
Hey, your man never taking you the dubs.
Yeah, but I can't think.
Heard to me. Why are you even listening to me? Turn off all electrical devices, including your radio. Hector and San Garcia, why are you still listening?
Because I was hoping you could explain these noises.
What noises?
God, not you too.
Now think about the things we talked about. Think seriously. Think. Can it be real? Can it be false? We'll see you next time in Area 53. Be careful out there, wherever you are.
That was Area 53. We're sorry.
Deal with your ignorance in 1 minute flat. Complex issues in 60 seconds. WCTR.
Have you heard the #1 gardening show in San Andreas? If not, here's what you're missing.
Well, why don't you just go buy your vegetables at the grocery store then, you sycophants? God, I just don't understand people.
You go to hell!
Well, screw you too, Mom! See if you're ever on the show again. Next caller, Helen.
Yeah, what's that plant that blooms every 12 years? It's 8 foot high, it smells like hell. I want to plant one on my ex-wife's lawn.
It's called Amorphophallus titanium. God, I love to say that. Amorphophallus titanium. The sound of it gives me a red... When I come back from superhero, I want to be called that. It's Amorphophallus titanium, the rare botanical wonder. See his 8-foot protrusion as he pollinates on everything.
But why does it stink so bad?
It's about marking your territory, my man. You don't mark your territory, do you? You should try it. Be on the front door of your office. Just see if anybody of coming near you.
Okay, I would try that. Thank you so much for the advice, Maurice.
Oh, I'm here to help, sir.
Gardening with Maurice. Only on WC.
Now for you. Hey, don't let my stature fool you, man.
Shut head in your ass.
Deal. Hard. Oh, game now, sucker.
A lot alike. And thank you, County Chairman McKay, for joining us, and thanks for the passport into town.
Get it back.
Look, we've got a lot to do. We've achieved a lot because of all of you in this room and other rooms around the country. And but I'd like to look ahead at what's to come, what we're going to be doing. Just this morning, we got some very good news about the American economy.
Hey,
every 3 months, the economic outlook of America is laid out on an official report, a government report, that on the state of the economy. It came out today, this morning, and I'm not sure, I mean it sincerely, the news could have been any better.
Man, you smell.
Economic growth is up, stronger than expert expected at 2.9%.
Hey, man, what, dude? You want some lead?
Jobs are the highest in American number and the highest in American history. And wages are up. And they're growing faster than inflation. Over the past 6 months, inflation has gone down every month, and God willing will continue to do that. Manufacturing jobs continue up stronger than any time in the last 40 years. And I don't don't think it's unfair to say that this is all evidence that the Biden economic plan, because y'all, is actually working. It's working.
What you claiming,
You
yo?
don't gotta have heart to do this. I'm going.
And there's no question. By the way, my mother here, she didn't have me say the outcome. I apologize for my back when I'm speking to y'all. I'm sorry, but look.
Hey, I'm big when I'm standing on my wallet.
Now we got to protect those gains. We got to protect those gains that our policies have generated. Protect them from the MAGA Republicans in the House of Representatives who are threatening to destroy this progress. Look, you know, this ain't your father's Republican Party. This is a different breed of cat, as they say. You know, as hard as it is to believe, they want to pass legislation to do the following things. I've been saying this, no one believed it until I started doing this stuff. They want to raise the gas prices. They want to cut taxes for billionaires who pay virtually only 3% of their income now. 3% they pay. You know, a babysitter pays more. And they want to impose a third, this one I love. They want to impose a 30% national sales tax on everything from food, clothing, school supplies, housing, cars, a whole deal, 30%. Oh, you think I'm joking? If they didn't see it, I wouldn't believe it.
To let you buy, then go stand in line for the bathroom. I mean, half the time we can barely walk anyway, all right? So we'll be handing out petitions that say support the team. Don't leave the game pee at your seat. Go into the phone.
I'm a big fight fan. Love a bit of a punch-up. Since my wife and children are taking...
What's that you claiming?
Chicken McNuggets.
Hey, man, you can't be doing that to me, man.
One more thing. Sweet chili sauce.
I find another movie.
Other goes home a loser. Because in boxing, unlike most sports, gravity works downwards.
You gotta be shitting me.
Hey, Derek Factory don't shit on no one. But, she do, not really on it, so stay out of the way.
You look like shit.
What's wrong, dude? We gotta put work in.
Base serious for a minute. The clock is counting down again. It's time for Derek to head to the locker room and celebrate in shower. We'll see.
Biyak na buko, ang sarap nito is fruit of buko, why not?
Coconut.
Buko masarap, made with real fruit juice, nes fruit of buko, why not? Coconut. Buko masustansya, rich in vitamin C, nes fruit of buko, why not? Coconut. No artificial color, real na real. Neat and real, lasting real na buko. Nes fruit of buko, real na real ito. Also available in mangosteen.
Next time, bring a cooler.
What happened?
I married my childhood sweetheart, but it all went wrong. He's drunk, and he has a substance problem too. And now he beats me every day.
Stay with him, honey. After all, you're only family when you're alone.
But he keeps threatening to kill me.
Jenny, do you know the meaning of the phrase homewrecker?
No.
What about selfish bitch? I want to bring people together, not break them apart. Who's on the phone? It's a big, lonely state out there.
Careful, I'm married.
Notice how many lonely hearts are lunatics? You wonder why, or perhaps not. Ryan from Listening to Us.
My name's Bryant. Don't want to talk about my car.
Why do men just repeat back what you say and never listen? Are you brain dead, Ryan?
Actually, it's ironic you say that. Because my wife's been brain dead for years.
Oh, so sorry. I seemed all insensitive for a second there, possibly ruining my career. Would it help if I slept with you?
Probably not, dude. No, she wouldn't even notice. I get away with it all the time now. Even after I did it with her sister. Actually, our relationship is better than ever. The passion is amazing. It's like I'm a new person each time. If she was back to the way she was before the accident, wow, I'd put her in a coma myself. I mean, it's fantastic.
That's very informative. You know, last night I wondered what it would be like to be brain dead. Then I watched My Five Uncles. God, I'd love to live in that house. Remember, a heart can mend, but a divorce lasts forever. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Lonely Hearts. I was just calling to
there because I was listening and I figured out, that I can help out some of y'all clients. This is none other than Jizzy, the proprietor of the Pleasure Dome. Anybody is out there lonely, first of all, with all the people on this planet walking around, there's no reason for anybody to be lonely. You understand? That's why I'm in the business of keeping people with company. You know what I'm saying? People who got low self-esteem and they need to pick me up. They need to come down to the Pleasure Dome, hang out with me, Jizzy, and my girls. You know what I'm saying? They gonna keep you company, have you feeling good. And this goes for everybody. I don't care who you are, how old you are. So come on down and hang out with me if you're lonely. And I'm gonna tell you something. You won't be lonely from the moment you walk in the door, because somebody's gonna grab your hand and it's gonna be all about to get down.
Great, that's not the way Lonely Hearts works at all. Is anyone here suffering? I want pain, misery, desolation, all the important things.
Hi, Emma. I'm a stalker.
Oh, it's really beautiful. Tell everyone about it.
My man, well, I call it that, even though he's broken off all contact and is married to someone else. I killed the gazelle and sent it part to him in an envelope. He liked it so much, he told the police and even the newspapers. Then I burnt down his place of business, and now I have a special surprise for him.
Ah, you have a great week. Isn't that really beautiful? That's all we have time for. If your heart is lonely, listen to other losers and you won't be lonely anymore. You'll want to spend the rest of your life in isolation, away from people wishing others after all. Until next time.
I hope you enjoyed Lonely Hearts. It's always fun to laugh at other people's misery, isn't it?
At home, at work, or in rehab, listen to WCTR.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, it's time for Cock-a-doodle-doo, it's time for a feast. Eat a 90-piece bucket, you can tell. He's been to Clucking Bell. The chicken is a bird with a tiny brain. So we assume he doesn't feel any pain. We shrink their heads and we breed them fast. 6 wings, 40 breasts, and they're cast. Cock-a-doodle-doo, we're psychotic crazy. Cock-a-doodle-doo, factory farming's insane. We denied it all before stuck by spell. Come down to Clucking Bell.
Clucking Bell! If you enjoy it, the chicken didn't die in vain.
Next up on WCTR, the news. We try to make it interesting.
This is Leanne Forget, WCTR News. Foreigners are coming. Who are they and why should we care? The FDA warns shampoo is killing your unborn child. Plus, protests continue outside the Zebra Bar Candy Company. Now for traffic and transit with Richard Burns.
That's right, Leanne. I'm Richard Burns. The aftermath of the devastating earthquake continues. Travel is still severely restricted statewide. Officials say there are still no reported casualties, which is truly unfortunate as it makes for incredibly boring news. The federal government is still refusing aid to help rebuild bridges, and everyone is blaming each other. The governor is threatening to bomb Australia, despite scientific proof it wasn't their fault. Richard Burns, WCTR.
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal. A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets. And one more thing.
2 more things. Sweet chili sauce.
And cage. Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa. Think this is it? That'll be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that pump up taste. Make it some splash like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and go. Oreo, Blackpink. สแกน QR code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink
Bagong biyak na buko, ang sarap nito, Nesfruta buko, why not?
Coconut.
Buko Buko masarap, made with real fruit juice. Let's fruit the buko, why not? Coconut. Buko masustansya, rich in vitamin C. Let's fruit the buko, why not? Coconut. No artificial color, real na real. Neat and real, lasting real na buko. Let's fruit the buko, real na really to. Also available in mangosteen.
The income tax system, because guess what? That's the only way that millionaires and billionaires have to pay any taxes. But guess what happened to all y'all? In fact, 30% sales tax on everything you buy, from eggs to automobiles. Not a joke. And one more, I've been saying this during the last 4 years of the election campaign. Doesn't it? Look, here's the deal. You're going to cut your social, they want to cut your social security and everything. No, this is the God's truth. It's almost unbelievable. And beyond that, they're actually threatening to have us default on the American debt. A debt that's been accumulated over 230 years, okay? And the interest on that debt, we've never, ever done that. So I have a rhetorical question. What in God's name would the Americans give up the progress we've made for the chaos they're suggesting? I don't get it. That's why the MAGA Republicans deliberately choose to inflict this kind of pain on the American people. Why? Why? This nation has gone through too much. We've come too far to let that happen. I will not let it happen. Not on my watch. I will veto everything they send us. Not after all the progress we made and how far we've come. Last week was the 2-year anniversary of the day I was sworn in as president. And at the time I was sworn in, the pandemic was raging and the economy was reeling. Millions of you were out of work through no fault of your own. Millions more kept their jobs, but they saw their hours and their paychecks cut. Millions of Americans. Hundreds of thousands of businesses closed. Small businesses make up 50% of the entire economy. Schools across the country were closed. Teachers and first responders were laid off. For families that relied on a weekly paycheck and not their stock portfolios to put real food on the table, there was real pain for these people. I mean, for real. Some of you remember it. God forbid, some of you had to go through it. Real fear that maybe this time they wouldn't make it. But the fear didn't start with the pandemic. For decades, the backbone of America, the middle class, has been being hollowed out. Too many good-paying jobs in manufacturing were moved overseas by corporate America. Why? Because labor was cheaper. We're changing the dynamic, by the way. We're sending product overseas and jobs to America. That's how we're doing it. But think about it, folks. When jobs moved overseas, factories at home closed down. Once thriving cities and towns became shadows of what they used to be. As they were hollowed out, something else was lost. Pride. Pride and a sense of self-worth if you lived in those towns and places. The so-called effects of trickle-down economics and the policies of my predecessor. You know, they view the world from Park Avenue. I view it where the wealthy, in fact, you get, if everything works well for them, all that's going to trickle down and help the rest of us. Well, I come from a background where that never worked. But there's another view. There's another view, one that I hold. And the folks from Springfield, or cities where I was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania, where I grew up in Claymont, Delaware, or thousands of cities like them. The view that says the backbone of America are the people who get every morning, put on their shoes, and go to work and make a living. Folks, I've said it many times, Wall Street did not build America. The middle class built America. And unions built the middle class. Unions. Not labor, unions built the middle class. And I ran for president, my word, to build the economy from the bottom up and the middle out. Because when you do that, the poor have a chance to climb up a ladder. The middle class do well, and the wealthy still do very well. There's never been a time when the middle class is doing well, the wealthy didn't do well. So folks, look, my dad used to have an expression. He'd say, Joey, a job's about, I give you my word to this, a job's about a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about respect. It's about being able to look your kid in the eye and say, honey, it's going to be okay, and mean it. First major piece of legislation we passed without a single vote from the other team, when I got elected, was the American Rescue Plan. Why? Because tax bases were way down, cities and counties didn't have enough money to keep things going. So what did we do? We gave states and local governments the money they needed to keep cops on the beat, firefighters in the fire hall, first responders on the job, teachers in the classroom, nurses in the clinics and hospitals. Literally, they would have to have fired tens of thousands had we not provided the means for that. Back then, only 3.5 million people had even had their first vaccination because the other guy and the other team didn't think it mattered a whole lot. Now, we've fully vaccinated 230 million Americans. We've also reduced the cost of health insurance for average Americans as well. We passed the bipartisan infrastructure plan. We did get some Republican votes to get that done. An infrastructure plan larger than anything except Eisenhower's National Highway Bill over 60 years ago. A once-in-a-generation of putting once-in-a-generation opportunity to put Americans back to work. You can't be the #1 economy, the strongest economy in the world, without the best infrastructure in the world. It's not possible. No,
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets.
And one more thing.
2 more things.
Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa. Think this is it? Gotta be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that perfect taste. Maybe some glad like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and grow.
Oreo Blackpink สแกน QR Code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink
Bagong biyak na buko, ang sarap nito is fruit na buko, why not?
Coconut
Buko masarap, made with real fruit juice, na fruit na buko, why not? Coconut Buko masustansya, rich in vitamin C, na fruit na buko, why not? Coconut No artificial color, real na real, heat and real, lasang real na buko, na fruit na buko, real na real ito. Also available in mangosteen.
the best trains, planes, airports, and the like. You can't do it. You all know better than anybody because you're the ones making it happen. But think about it, not a joke. Last year, we funded 700,000 major construction projects. 700,000 all across America. From highways to airports to bridges to tunnels to broadband. By the end of this year, that's going to be more than 20,000 projects. Big and small, cities, east, west, north, and south, all part of it. Major projects, like the bridge between Kentucky and Ohio. My friend Mitch McConnell and I announced last month, the Brent Smith Bridge was built 60 years ago, had to close down several times for repairs and causing havoc across the Ohio River. It was badly needed repair. We're finally be able to commit over $1 billion to fix that bridge and build another alongside it. That bridge carries every single day $2 billion worth of freight. Let me say that right now it carries $2 billion worth of freight every single day from Florida to Canada. It's a major part of our economy, not just in the Midwest, but across the country. Folks have been talking about fixing that bridge for decades, but we're getting it done now because of that bill. And next week, I'm visiting Baltimore and New York. We're going to replace a 150-year-old tunnel, the Baltimore-Potomac Tunnel under the Potomac River, which will allow rail traffic to move up and down the East Coast. I'm probably the only non-rail guy who's walked that tunnel. No, I'm not joking. Still, when last time I walked it, they still had lights that were on a string hanging down, leaks in the roof. Folks, 150 years old. Nothing's been done to it. Everything has to slow down. And there's a great worry that part of it could collapse. But folks, nothing's happened. We're going to build a new tunnel. And between New York and New Jersey as well, replacing the tunnel is also in desperate need of repair. This is going to cut commute times, improve safety, make travel more reliable for 200,000 people making trips through that tunnel every single solitary day. And that's not all. We're going to, you all are doing it already. We're going to replace the poisonous lead pipes like you read about so much and what you're doing. Not just in Flint, Michigan, but throughout the country. We're replacing lead pipes in 10 to 10
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets.
And one more thing.
2 more things.
Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa. Think this is it? That'll be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that perfect taste. Make it some glad like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and grow. Oreo, Blackpink. สแกน QR Code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink.
Bagong biyak na buko, ang sarap nito, Nesfruit na buko, why not?
Coconut.
Buko masarap, made with real fruit juice, Nesfruit na buko, why not? Coconut. Buko masustansya, rich in vitamin C, Nesfruit na buko, why not? Coconut. No artificial color, real na real. Kitang real, lasang real na buko. Nesfruit na buko, real na real ito. Also available in mangosteen.
Yeah, I like the way you move that thing.
2 million homes and 400,000 schools and child care centers. So every child in America can turn on a faucet at home and drink clean water without fear.
Don't leave the game, pee at your seat. Going to the phone.
I'm a big fight fan, love a bit of a punch-up. Since my wife and children are taken into a shelter, my friend said, Chuck, you obviously love hitting things. So I've gotten into boxing. How about that fight between Gonzalez and Jenny?
Well, there's one thing about boxing I always remember. You know, one man wins, the other goes home a loser. Because in boxing, unlike most sports, gravity works downwards.
You gotta be shitting me.
Hey, Derek Thackeray, don't shit on no one. But I do like to piss on my seat and at my seat too. Not really on it, so stay out of the way.
Tell me, the fight game, that ain't rigged, is it?
Of course not. Hey, how could anything professional be fake? Hey, there's too much money at stake for one thing. I mean, these guys got too much to lose. I mean, why is a guy gonna take a dive for a few extra million when he could earn that over a number of years getting his brain turned to pulp? Be serious for a minute. The clock is counting down again. It's time for Derek to head to the locker room and celebrate in the shower. We'll see you next time. Bring a cooler full of beers and get ready to riot. This has been the Tight End Zone.
And this is WCTR, proving that radio is better than TV. That's the show men with large guns love.
At home, at work, or in rehab, listen to WCTR.
Come
Coming soon to the Los Santos Convention Center, it's Mike Andrews.
Poor people, stop complaining. Start living. You can't take the money with you when you die. Even I can't.
He's changed millions of lives with his book, Rags Are Riches. This all-day seminar features workshops on cooking potatoes, dumpster diving, pumping paint, bathing alternatives, and pharmaceutical baking.
Instead of complaining about being poor, lady, enjoy it.
Mike, I can't feed my kids when the rent's due.
Whoa, bitch, settle it down. Are you saying this ain't the greatest country in the world? Wait, hold on, wait, everyone. USA!
Favorite programs such as There's No Rich People, The Rich Are Miserable, Play Harmonica, and Expect Less, Achieve More. See Mike Andrews live for only $200, payable in 10 installments. Reserve your seat today.
Have you heard the #1 gardening show in San Andreas? If not, here's what you're missing.
Well, why don't you just go buy your vegetables at the grocery store then, you sycophant? God, I just don't understand people.
You go to hell.
Well, screw you too, Mom. See if you're ever on the show again. Next caller, hello.
Yeah, what's that plant that blooms every 12 years? Is 8 foot high and smells like I want to plant one on my ex-wife's lawn.
It's called Amorphophallus titanium. God, I love to sing.
Attack! The game is over, but y'all get my...
Damage to their brain or something else happening to them. Think about that. For God's sake, this is the United States of America. We're making sure that every community, urban and rural, has access to affordable high-speed internet. No parent. Think during the pandemic when schools were closed. You'd ride by a McDonald's, all kinds of cars in the parking lot. They weren't buying McDonald's. Not a joke. They were going into their internet connection so they could do the homework with their kids. Every farmer in America has the ability to know, should have the ability to know.
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets.
And one more thing.
2 more things.
Sweet chili sauce. And cake.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa. Think this is it? Gotta be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that pump taste. Make me so glad like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and grow. Oreo, Blackpink. สแกน QR Code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink.
Bagong biyak na buko, ang sarap nito, Nesfruta buko, why not?
Coconut.
Buko masarap, made with real fruit juice, Nesfruta buko, why not? Coconut. Buko masustansya, rich in vitamin C, Nesfruta buko, why not? Coconut. No artificial color, real na real. Kitang real, lasang real na buko. Nesfruta buko, real na real ito. Also available in mangosteen.
That's all we have time for. If you are artists lonely, listen to other readers and you won't be lonely.
Why have a hot dog from an uncaring...
You know, when it's profitable to sell their crop, their cattle, they're on the market. Only way you know that is through the internet. It's a big deal. We can't have people afford to go without internet, affordable internet. Investing in infrastructure is about creating tens of thousands of new jobs that everyone can access, regardless whether you have a college degree or not. No one knows that better than the people sitting in front of me and the people behind me here. You're the reason, by the way, if all of a sudden all the investment bankers stop working, no, you all quit, America comes to a standstill. Not a joke, think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Imagine if the IBW decided to go on strike. Not a joke. What happens? You're not only important, you're the backbone of this country. You're the no. I'm not trying to be nice. And by the way, in case you're wondering, I've been saying this for the last 400 years I've been in office.
You from around here? What you want to do then, fool?
And so, folks, look,
Families for life.
it's about investing in America and reinvesting in places that have been forgotten. Seeing communities all over America, not just in the coast, but all over America reborn. When we do that, not only will we increase safety and security, we'll create thousands upon thousands of good-paying jobs. We'll be able to bring pride back to those communities that are once so proud. So how many times how many people do you know, relatives around the country, where their kids go to a decent school, they graduate from high school, and they go up, Mom, I gotta move. There's no jobs here. There's not any exaggeration at all. There's no jobs here, Mom, I gotta move.
If you're lonely, and I'm gonna tell you something, you won't be lonely from the moment you walk in the door, because somebody's gonna grab your hand.
Good grief, that's not the way Lonely Hearts works at all. Is anyone here suffering? I want pain, misery, desolation, all the important things.
Hi, this is Tamara. I'm a stalker.
That's really beautiful.
My man, well, I call it that, even though he's broken off all contact and is married to someone else. I killed the gazelle and sent its heart to him in an envelope. He liked it so much, told the police and even the newspapers. Then I burned down his place of business, and now I have a special surprise for him.
You have a great week. Isn't that really beautiful? That's all we have time for. If your heart is lonely, listen to other readers and you won't be lonely anymore. You'll want to spend the rest of your life in isolation, away from people, which is progress after all. Until next time.
I hope you enjoyed Lonely Hearts. It's always fun to laugh at other people's misery, isn't it?
The news and all the other things that really matter to you. Like sensationalist bullshit.
I'm running on air. I'm walking on clouds. I don't exercise.
I don't care.
I pay top dollar for these incredible high-technology polyester shoes to walk around the mall and shop for more sports equipment I won't play sports in. I need to get more from life. What's more, I need to get high on air. Oh yeah, these Air shoes really pump up.
That's right. You can now buy some air. The science of sports and marketing results in a shoe that pumps. Sounds silly to you? What if we told you that Air's Pump Up would improve your game by 300%?
But I have a game.
You gotta have game. Be a winner.
Pump up and slam dunk.
Oh yeah.
God, the size of your shoes.
You'll shave seconds off your personal best.
Oh yeah. You mean I can whack off even more times a day?
Absolutely. Probably 5 times more. Because you'll be walking on air. You'll feel so much more athletic after pumping up your shoes. You'll automatically lose weight and feel high-tech. Just like the sports stars. You are a star.
And now you're a winner with air in his shoes.
Now I can reach for the stars. I've pumped up my ego.
Pump it up with Eris.
If you're into exploring exotic places and forbidden fruit, stay tuned. It's the Wild Traveler.
Support for the Wild Traveler is brought to you by the Ultimate Fist in the Dark Association of America, who encourages you to get out and play hard. Hello, I'm James Badiston, World Traveler, and this is the Wild Traveler. We're discussing the world and all of its many pleasures. Let me put it like this. Why have a hot dog from an uncaring vendor by the bathroom when you could attend a beer-guzzling marathon in Germany with enormous men and tasty, wonderful German wurst? The world is full of incredible things, and you can discover them for yourself. Come along, I'll take you there. It was dusk, and the sun bled red over the city in Thailand as Chen brought me a sparkling water. Delicate, handsome, lovely young boy. The world is what it is. But war is folly, and we can only unite by visiting these
boy?
Homie, let's roll on some bust.
Mind your own business.
Hey, you hear BJ set up a truth? I was right about love. Maybe Freud was. We're all fighting inside to let a wild creature mate in the rain. I travel, therefore I am. This is a show that embraces culture from around the world. Let's take our first caller. Hello.
Yeah, I totally agree with you about Australia. You're right, the moon is shit. Also, I was thinking of visiting Colombia. Do you have any recommendations?
Oh, yes, fantastic forms of recreation to be had in Colombia. It's amusing to sight. And cheap. The rails are great. Lord. Bolivia's not bad either. Or Peru. You'll be surprised to find out how the party never stops.
How's the food?
Well, a lighter is the most you need to cook up food. But there's scarcely time to meet, my boy. You'll meet fascinating people, feel so comfortable you'll rip your clothes off. For days. Next caller.
Yeah, hi. My name's Seraphine calling from Casper City. This is such a great country. Why would you go anywhere else? It's unpatriotic to travel. I mean, I got war, famine, depression, and pollution right here on my doorstep. And parents, don't.
What set you from, huh? Look out, fool! On the roll with me? I said, where you...
Hey, you should have paid more attention, fool. Hey!
There, the police are too strict. You just can't let your hair down. There are far more unexplored pleasures to be had in the Far East. Next caller, you're on the Wild Traveler.
Hey, I've been listening to you go on and on about traveling. Do you know how expensive it is to fly to Asia? Russia saw the light. They're all coming here to set up crime families and run numbers. South America, everyone went extinct there. They have less culture there than the content of my toilet bowl. Rainforest, schmainforest. And Mexico, if I wanted to be that close to my ancient ancestors, I'd be burying my mother-in-law instead of my wife's best friend.
Look, we can fight like beasts or agree to disagree. I'm sure the summit of your aspirations in life is a cheerleader with fake guns, but some of us think a little more exotically than this. Next caller, vamos, buenos dias and noches. If you don't smile, I won't deep honor. Sorry, got lost for a second. Speak.
Hey, I love this show. I'm a huge fan. I visit all the places you recommended, and in a lot of them, they're still talking about me. I even saw posters of you in the customs booth at the airport in the Philippines. You rock!
No doubt, I love Manila. Great time.
Did I show you last week? What was the name of that spiritual center in Bangkok?
The Wild Dragon's Happy Ending. Very spiritual. You will find inner peace.
Awesome! I can't wait. Thanks, man.
Yes, we all love to travel, get away from it all, get away from the people with computers and their databases, the police harassing you for doing nothing. I just hate showing up to some place to enjoy myself and people are being forced from their homes by war or famine or whatever. Life is great! Stop ruining it! Next caller.
Hey, the FBI wants to talk to me about a perfectly innocent collection of vacation photographs overseas that I had no idea were being taken. I mean, any...
The towns and cities that don't have to talk to their parents about this anymore, about having to leave home so they can get a decent job. Then in a bipartisan way, we actually passed the Chips and Science Act that I pushed. Just to make sure that America leads, not participates, leads the world in innovation and research and development, especially in the manufacturing of semiconductors. You all know these are small computer chips, smaller than the tip of my little finger, that power virtually everything in our lives, from cell phones to automobiles to artificial intelligence. Folks, look, a lot of people don't remember or don't even know the United States of America invented these chips. We invented them. The first in the world, we invented them. It was American innovation that made them smaller, faster, and more powerful. Over 30 years ago, we in fact manufactured 30% of the global chip production, worth tens of billions of dollars. But today, we produce only 10%. 10%. Instead of the supply chain for these chips starting in the United States, it starts in countries we couldn't rely on. Look what happened. during the pandemic, when overseas factories that make these chips shut down.
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets.
And one more thing.
Two more things.
Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa. Think this is it? That'll be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that perfect taste. Make me so glad like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and go. Oreo, Blackpink. สแกน QR code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink.
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets.
And one more thing.
Two more things.
Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa. Think this is it? That'll be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that perfect taste. Make me so glad like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and go. Oreo, Blackpink. สแกน QR code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink.
Bagong biyak na buko, ang sarap nito, Nes fruit na buko, why not?
Coconut.
Buko masarap, made with real fruit juice, Nes fruit na buko, why not? Coconut. Buko masustansya, rich in vitamin C, Nes fruit na buko, why not? Coconut. No artificial color, real na real. Kitang real, lasang real na buko. Nes fruit na buko, real na real ito. Also available in mangosteen.
Automakers literally shut down the protection lines. Fewer cars were made. Workers on the shop floor were laid off. 1/3 of the core of inflation.
Or where East meets West, and the West always wins. That wall came down, darling.
Yes, unfortunately it did. I don't know if you saw today's news, so who is in the right in this great dialectical disaster? Is it, as I think, a case of share and share alike, love your fellow man and all wear matching jumpsuits while working on a hydroponic farm growing potatoes, or kill or be killed, crush the weak, and starve the poor, as my wonderful wife thinks? You decide, or let us decide for you. Give us a call and let my wife, a professor in social Darwinism, or me, a lecturer in pointless anthropology, work things out.
That's the problem with liberals. They don't know when to shut up and enjoy freedom. Let's go to the phones.
Yeah, hi. Here's the deal. I'm really funny, but nobody wants to hire somebody funny. I mean, how is that fair? I don't think so.
I hope not. You got a question about politics?
Yeah, sure. I know a lot about politics. Hey, can I do your job? You know, I used to be on the radio back in the day.
Even my husband can't do his job, you strange, pathetic little sap. Let's have a real caller, please.
Hi, my name's Michelle. I'm a first-time caller to the show. I wanted to know what you guys thought about the proposition to ban smoking.
Well, this is a simple issue. Smoking.
I also wanted to say hi to my stepbrother Phil, who's been undergoing a hair transplant today. Hey Phil, if you're listening, I hope it sticks this time. I won't tell anyone you've got plugs, honey. I'm really proud of you.
That's great, honey. But if you want shout-outs, call the rap station.
That's offensive, and I'm really offended by what you're saying. I'm a smoker. This used to be a free country.
When?
Watch your step on the way out. Come on, give me your pick.
Stressful stints of genocide and witch burning. And you're so against raising taxes. Smokers pay more taxes than anyone. My grandfather smoked his whole life. He lived until he was 32. So what I'm saying is, why can't we encourage more smoking and use the money to pay for better health care and some cultural programs, bringing expressive dance and sun worship back to the inner cities?
Worrying about the inner city has ruined your academic career. And this woolly thinking is going to ruin your chances of getting anywhere with me tonight.
Promise?
The thing is, smoking is good because it lets people make a lot of money, but so is selectively culling the population. So what I'm proposing is a change in the proposition. Let people smoke, but make cigarettes much cheaper and force everyone to smoke. That way we weed out the weak, make a lot of money in tax, and keep our national heritage intact.
Line 2, you're on I Say, You Say.
Hi! I listen every time to your show. It's really made me think about the world a whole new way. I moved out of the city because it sucks. Now I live in a compound surrounded by barbed wire and shoot and kill anyone I don't recognize on my land. Just want to say thank you. That's from quality broadcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets. And one more thing.
2 more things.
Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Yeah, the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa. Think this is it? Gotta be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that perfect taste. Make me so glad like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and go.
Oreo Blackpink
สแกน QR code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets. And one more thing.
2 more things.
Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Yeah, the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa.
QR code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets. And one more thing.
Two morphine.
Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa. Think this is it? Gotta be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that pump up taste. Make me so glad like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and grow.
Oreo Blackpink สแกน QR code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink
Bagong biyak na buko, ang sarap nito, Nesfruta buko, why not?
Coconut.
Buko masarap, made with real fruit juice, Nesfruta buko, why not? Coconut. Buko masustansya, rich in vitamin C, Nesfruta buko, why not? Coconut. No artificial color, real na real. Kitang real, lasang real na buko. Nesfruta buko, real na real ito. Also available in mangosteen.
Shout-outs called a rap station.
That's offensive, and I'm really offended by what you're saying. I'm a smoker. This used to be a free country.
When?
Watch your step on the way out. Come on, give me your best shot.
Stressful stints of genocide and witch burning. And you're so against raising taxes. Smokers pay more taxes than anyone. My grandfather smoked his whole life. He lived until he was 32. So what I'm saying is, why can't we encourage more smoking and use the money to pay for better health care and some cultural programs, bringing expressive dance and sun worship back to the inner cities?
Worrying about the inner city has ruined your academic career. And this woolly thinking is going to ruin your chances of getting anywhere with me tonight.
Promise?
The thing is, smoking is good because it lets people make a lot of money, but so is selectively culling the population. So what I'm proposing is a change in the proposition. Let people smoke, but make cigarettes much cheaper and force everyone to smoke. That way we weed out the weak, make a lot of money in tax, and keep our national heritage intact.
Line 2, you're on I Say, You Say.
Hi! I listen every time to your show. It's really made me think about the world a whole new way. I moved out of the city because it sucks. Now I live in a compound surrounded by barbed wire and shoot and kill anyone I don't recognize on my land. Just want to say thank you. That's from quality broadcasting.
Thanks. That makes me feel a lot better about myself. Have you got a question?
Yeah.
I hope you got a good dentist.
I'm getting this. You got a problem, dude?
Oops.
Yes, it's a great opportunity for some profit-centric thinking.
You missed a wonderful opportunity to talk about recycling and organ donation.
Oh, God, give me strength. I married a fool.
I married a fool.
You know, when we first met, Peyton, I thought you were so glamorous with your long hair and big ideas. You were studying for a PhD in cultural ceramic history or cross-cultural underwear or something, and I was very young, very foolish. Now I see you for what you are.
What's that exactly?
An intellectual cesspit, a middle-class disaster, a guilt trip wrapped in neuroses and completely unable to function in this society. No wonder I've begun to sleep around.
And on that note, we have to...
Where you going?
In 2021 was because of the price of automobiles grew so much because you could not have the 3,000 chips needed to make the system work. Producing fewer cars because of the shortage of semiconductors. One car needs, I said 3,300 of these chips. We can't ever be in a position where American auto manufacturers can't make cars because we don't make chips anymore. So I made a decision, and I was very blunt about it. It costs a stare around the world, not just here. The cost of everything from your refrigerator to your cell phone went up for the same reason, by the way.
Each other, the governor is threatening to bomb Australia, despite scientific proof it wasn't their fault. Richard Burns, WCTR.
Police say gang trouble is on the rise again, especially in Los Santos. Sources believe it is linked to the rising drugs trade, while others blame the fascist pigs. Also in... office said everything is okay. In Vinewood news, rapper Mad Dog was celebrating the launch of his new clothing line. Richard caught up with him.
The thing about Mad Dog is, think about becoming a superstar. I mean, you know, I've done everything I could do in the rap game. I won shit hands down. Nope.
Look at that crazy cock.
Why don't you get your own blood? My country is getting too dangerous now.
Hey, I don't bang, son.
What a troubled man. Sounds like he should lay off the sauce. Also today, a Tourette's theater group banned from the park, unless they take up mine. And finally, in foreign news, a suspected U.S. agent was caught in Panama selling weaponry to right-wing guerrillas, causing a major incident. But we plan mostly to gloss over the implications and hope you enjoy some sporting activity tonight. The State Department is advising against foreign travel. This was Leanne Forget, WCTR News. Let's be careful out there.
I'm hungry for something different.
Zebra Bar. Get the fever.
I was always eating fudge, but I wanted to snack on something else.
The front is white and pure. The back is dark and naughty.
What about nuts?
You'll love the nuts. Which side will you try first? Zebra Bar. It satisfies your exotic cravings, whatever they are. Put it in your mouth.
Restrooms. I agree with you about the moon. We never landed on the moon. It's such a good fake.
Remember, the Russians, our arch enemies still, I might add. Them and the Australians and some species of dog, they beat us into space.
The only thing the Russians are shooting into space are hot dogs and monkeys. Kind of a Noah's Ark fast food kind of vibe. Hey, like that, I could make a better space station than them.
Intriguing. I'd like to meet her. On the conspiracy line, caller, you're in Area 53.
Do not use fluoride. It's evil. It made me kill my doctor.
Why would we worry about a chemical that the government puts into the water? Animals can now be trained to fly, including several species of bird. Think about the military applications. Hello, caller.
Hi, my name's Emmanuel. I'm really worried about hackers sending a nuclear bomb after me, through the phone. Do you think they can pinpoint my location?
Look, it's good for the economy to live in constant fear. I mean, the phone company, they have your name on the bill. They know your number. How do you feel about that?
I knew it.
Hello, Julie from Liberty City. You're on the line.
A cowboy ghost has been haunting my house.
I want you to take off your blouse. Stand at the window. Stand there for hours each night. Lure him in. Trapping rogue spirits is dangerous work, especially topless. Take lots of photographs. All right.
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets. And one more thing.
2 more things.
Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa. Think this is it? Gotta be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that pump,
QR code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink
Yeah, we're here. For the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets.
And one more thing.
2 more things. Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that woke. Think this is it? Gotta be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that pump up taste. Make it so glad like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and grow. Oreo, Blackpink.
สแกน QR code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink
Yeah, we're here. For the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets.
And one more thing.
2 more things. Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that woke. Think this is it? Gotta be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that pump up taste. Make it so glad like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and grow. Oreo, Blackpink.
สแกน QR code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink
Bagong biyak na buko, ang sarap nito is fruta buko, why not?
Coconut.
Buko masarap, made with real fruit juice, nas fruta buko, why not? Coconut. Buko masustansya, rich in vitamin C, nas fruta buko, why not? Coconut. No artificial color, real na real. Kitang real, lasang real na buko. Nas fruta buko, real na real ito. Also available in mangosteen.
Still listening.
Because I was hoping you could explain these noises.
What's the noises?
God, not you too.
Now think about the things we talked about. Seriously think. Can it be real? Can it be false? We'll see you next time in Area 53. Be careful out there, wherever you are.
That was Area 53. We're sorry. Up next on WCTR, it's the Man Coaches Hate. It's Derek Thackeray in the tight end zone. Brought to you by Eris Pump Up Shoes. Because women love a winner, and winners wear shoes.
Start with the next one. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, I got 2 programs. Just play the opening. Welcome back to the tight end zone. It hurts, don't it? What a crazy year it's been. Let's recap. Corrupt scandals involving preschool soccer moms. Woo! And the national finals, rich and popular people are fighting it out. Pay attention. The country is in mourning. And most importantly, sportswear. We talked to a fitness expert about the crucial role of endorsed clothing. And who could forget, we visit the greatest moments.
Here he comes. He's in the shadows. There he is. Is he going to make it? Yes, he did. Ladies and gentlemen, what you have just witnessed is the biggest moment in world history. Who cares about a Declaration of Independence or discovery of penicillin? You have just seen one man score a point. When the rest of the world discovers TV, they'll be able to see this. Wow, isn't that amazing? He did what he was paid to do.
We love sports more than you. Love it or loathe it, let's talk about it. Stay in the tight and... radio.
Hey, I'm a big Olympics fan. Always have been, since day one.
Call my agent.
Can't ever let that happen again. So what we did with the Chips and Science Law, I made a commitment that the supply chain is going to begin in America, not end in America.
I know about frigid action myself. I mean, they gotta be kidding me.
Idiota! And this law is about a lot more than chips. It's about science as well. Decades ago, the United States of America invested 2%.
I had a great childhood, really great, even if my uncle did come into my room that late at night, drunk, and it was nuts. Anyway, look, who's on the line? We got a Caledonians fan on the line. Tough times, huh? Hey, your whole life revolving around rich men playing poorly.
Man, I totally identify with shallow heroes who I don't know personally. God, I love a dude with a big pituitary gland. I love the Callies, man, but you know, this year I'm telling you, they're going to need to score some points and get some yardage and win the game.
Yeah, if they don't win, men will be beating their wives with good reason. Hey, they got to start playing to win, trying to score some on the other team. Wish I had a wife so she could beat me.
Here's what I say, man. If you want to be number one, you got to go for first place.
I know. Hey, I mean, it's great stating the obvious, but once you get paid for it, things get really complicated.
Man, I was at their training camp this spring, and the mood in the locker room, dude, guys were getting changed, man. I mean, they were really getting prepared. Shoes were going on, feet, shirts were going on, the shirt part of their body, serious faces on them, and you could tell that they were going to play this game.
Yeah, we're here for the BTS meal.
A drink and fries. Chicken McNuggets. And one more thing. Two more things. Sweet chili sauce. And cage.
Get the BTS meal at McDonald's.
Little bit of that sweetness, tiny bit of that whoa. Think this is it? Gotta be a hit. You're loving this. Twist, lick, dunk. Give me that perfect taste. Maybe some glads like that. I don't think I could wait. Twist, lick, dunk. It's making me up and grow.
Oreo Blackpink สแกน QR Code แล้วมาสนุกกับคลิปสุดพิเศษจาก Blackpink
Bagong biyak na buko, ang sarap nito, Nesfruta buko, why not?
Coconut.
Buko masarap, made with real fruit juice, Nesfruta buko, why not? Coconut. Buko masustansya, rich in vitamin C, Nesfruta buko, why not? Coconut. No artificial color, real na real. Kitang real, lasang real na buko. Nesfruta buko, real na real ito. Also available in mangosteen.
Of its GDP in research and development. 2% of the billions of dollars in the GDP we invested in research and development. You know what we did today? Less than 0.7%.
Tight end of radio.
Hey, I'm a big Olympics fan. Always have been, since day one.
We used to rank number one in the world in research and development. We have the best universities, the best minds in the world. We stop investing in ourselves. Guess what? We now rank 9 in the world from number 1. China, a decade ago, was number 8 in the world. Now it's number 2 in the world.
Myself. I mean, they gotta be
Countries
kidding
are closing on us fast. The Chips and Science Act finally convinced our friends to let them know they'll allow us to reclaim our leadership in the world. Companies from home and abroad, around the world, have announced more than 300.
I had a great childhood, really great, even if my uncle did come into my room that late at night, drunk, and, it was nuts. Anyway, look, who's on the line? We got a Caledonians fan on the line. Tough times, huh? Hey, your whole life revolving around rich men playing poorly.
Man, I totally identify with shallow heroes who I don't know personally. God, I love a dude with a big pituitary gland. I love the Callies, man, but you know, this year, I'm telling you, they're going to need to score some points and get some yardage and win the game.
Yeah, if they don't win, men will be beating their wives with good reason. Hey, they got to start playing to win, trying to score some on the other team. I wish I had a wife so she could beat me.
Here's what I say, man. If you want to be number one, you've got to go for first place.
I know. Hey, I mean, it's great stating the obvious, but once you get paid for it, things get really complicated.
Man, I was at their training camp this spring, and the mood in the locker room, dude, guys were getting changed, man. I mean, they were really getting prepared. Shoes were going on, feet, shirts were going on, the shirt part of their body, serious faces on them, and you could tell that they were going to play this game.
Bottom line is, if they don't score more points than the other team, they can't win.
Yeah, man. God, you have some spooky insights into sports, dude. I love your show, man. I love.
Not really on it, so stay out of the way.
But tell me, the 5 games, that ain't rigged, is it?
Of course not. Hey, how could anything professional be fake? Hey, there's too much money at stake for one thing. I mean, these guys got too much to lose. I mean, why is a guy going to take a dive for a few extra million when he could earn that over a number of years getting his brain turned to pulp? Be serious for a minute. The clock is counting down again. It's time for Derek to head to the locker room and celebrate in the shower. We'll see you next time. Bring a cooler full of beers and get ready to riot. This has been the Tight End Zone.
And this is WCTR, proving that radio is better than TV. That's the show men with large guts love.
Deal with your ignorance in 1 minute flat. Complex issues in 60 seconds.
$1 billion in investments in American manufacturing. That includes computer chips, manufacturing, science, and look, I asked one of the major investors in the United States of America, happened to be a Korean country.
Ang susunod na programa ay rated P.